Hello everyone and welcome to another Ratio1 Talks. My name is Mihai and today we are joined by Andrei, Petrica and Vitalii. Hey guys, welcome on in. Okay, let's jump right into the subject today. We are going to talk about node operators and then jump into a new question from our community. But yeah, so node operators. As new people are joining, as new people are creating their own nodes, joining the network and all that, they have, of course, responsibilities. What would you say, and this is an open question, anyone can jump in on this one, what is the main responsibility of a node operator? What are the responsibilities of someone who joins and becomes part of the network?
Wait, let me try to summarize it quickly. So the responsibility of a node operator, it's basically the same as the responsibility of Amazon AWS, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, or any other provider that provides cloud services, cloud computing to their. So at the end of the day, if Amazon shuts down or loses power in a data center, most definitely you have to go to Google Cloud or to Microsoft Azure or something like that. I mean, this is what I would do, right? Mm-hmm. If somebody, as a node operator, on the other hand, deploys a edge node or Ratio1 edge node on their own laptops and basically allows you to deploy a microservice or a simple website on their system through the Ratio1 mechanics, of course, and at some point they just close the lid of the laptop, then everything goes down, right? It's like powering off a data center, in this case just a laptop. So at that point, the system should automatically penalize that individual, that node operator. They will not get jobs for a certain amount of time. The jobs that they have will stop producing, will move to another operators, and so on. So at the end of the day, it's a responsibility that you have as a small business owner for your customers. Keep your nodes up. Take care of the people that actually pay for using your compute.
Yeah, and of course, and it's of course based on being online for longer periods of time, not being intermittent about it, being on consistently, and that basically means you're reliable. You know, you can be trusted with bigger tasks and longer tasks on that. But what would be the main benefit of being for longer periods of time? What would be for the network for having more people being longer periods of time?
First of all, Mihai, we have to split this subject into, let's say, two different sub-subjects. So you have the so-called trusted everybody's network. Ratio1, it's by its construction, by its core, it's everybody's network. However, within Ratio1, we have two different types of node operators. We have node operators that actually use literally personal computers or laptops to provide compute power, and we do have professional node operators.
Yeah.
By professional node operators, I mean literally small companies that are providing the Ratio1 services, the underlying Ratio1 services on virtual private servers in compliant data centers. So for those, there is no such thing as staying alive long enough or staying enough online or taking care not to power off or not close the lid to the laptop and so on, because they run on bare metal servers, or they run on the virtual private servers, or they run in private data centers where they have their own hosted machines. So they don't have these kind of problems. And the reality is all the enterprise customers will want to deploy on this level of commitment. So maybe, yeah, we have to make this distinction, and we have to be realistic, and we have to tell the people that we have two kinds of let's say, jobs. You have the jobs that can be deployed anywhere on any personal laptop, and we have jobs for enterprises, I don't know, such as healthcare, fintech enterprises that require compliant data center services behind the actual ecosystem, behind the platform as a service that Ratio1 offers. So
if
yes,
for example, we have a large company that creates a project, creates a job, basically, it gets sent out to the network, and not just other larger nodes from the network, larger entities will receive the job. We'll also have the ones who have like laptops participating to complete the job, correct?
Well, it depends. So basically, our ecosystem, in order to be compliant with enterprise application, it has to offer the cloud service provider the possibility. The cloud service provider is the actual entity that deploys the jobs in Ratio1 network. It acts like a DevOps proxy, like a cloud DevOps proxy, but it's actually what the name entails: cloud service provider. So the cloud service provider will deploy this application. If the customer of the cloud service provider, let's say, for example, it's a medical company that requires DORA compliant Digital Operational Resilience Act compliancy and deployment in Europe in certified data centers, the cloud service provider has to select this in the deployment, in the deploy application, in the deployment process, has to select these characteristics. So most likely the cloud service provider will have to select, I want to use only data centers, I want to use only node operators that are using compliant data centers, that have businesses behind the node operation, and so on. And at the end of the day, this job, unfortunately, will not get to the little guy. Yeah, so this is something that we have to be very clear from the very beginning. On the other hand, if we have jobs such as, I don't know, some kind of security offload, pen testing offload, or some websites that have been some, let's say, some decentralized website, decentralized applications that can be deployed anywhere. And particularly if the deployer it's also a physical person, somebody who wants to test their application, who wants to, I don't know, to have some microservices hosted in Ratio1 at a quarter of the price from Amazon or from Google Cloud, they can do that, and they don't have any reason to select DORA data center compliant only node providers. So everybody, even the little guy, will get the job from those. However, the job is received based on the reliability score that you have.
Of course.
And the reliability score is based on how long you keep your node online and how long you actually take care of your systems.
I understand. All right. Then I think it's a good moment to also segue a little bit, since we were talking about, as you said, the little guy, the idea of having we seem to have lost Andrei a little bit. There. Can you hear us? All good?
Yes, I can. I momentarily close my camera, so you don't see the shenanigans of my daughter.
Perfectly fine. All right. So yeah, about the idea of having personal units, you as an individual. So I was wondering, to what extent can we, like, if we had, okay, just a second, I'm sure that Andrei will be for you guys, Petrica and Vitalii. I want to sort of branch to the idea of, would we get to a point, or is there a point in which the number of individuals with laptops, with personal computers, be so vast in which we can actually match the both reliability and power of a singular company that offers computing power to the network? I mean.
So you're asking if a big crowd of individual computers will...
Yeah, let's say that Vitalii, you have 10 computers at home, and you connect them all to the network. You offer all of their computing power, everything you have. And Petrica, you do as well. Andrei, myself, all of us contribute. To what point we will be able to, all of us, or how many of us would we be able to gather to the point where we can match such powers as bigger companies?
Never. That's the short answer.
Yeah.
You can't actually get even close to Amazon or Google.
No. I mean, like within the network. For example, we have partners who have participated, who are node owners themselves as well, and who offer their contribution to the network itself. I'm saying to the companies that join and have the standalone individuals. To what point we would be able to say that?
Yeah, this is a very interesting question. By the way, Petrica, this is exactly the debate I had like 2 hours ago at the European Commission. I'm sure you know, but probably the people who are listening or who will be viewing us don't know. I'm currently in Brussels. I came here for establishing partnerships with various European companies for research projects, as well as attending a few research evaluation for the European Commission, where I also was invited. So one of the debates we had today was exactly this. When the big companies will start shifting towards decentralization.
The question was the other one, Andrei, if Ratio1 as a network with individuals and other node operators will actually equal in terms of hardware.
Yeah.
It will never happen because they have the monopoly on the hardware. Even if we want to buy, even if we have the money to buy those pieces of hardware, we can't actually buy it because they have it.
Yeah, it's true. But however, let me just give me 30 seconds just to finish up.
The debate is starting.
What they said, what we discussed was the fact that if this happens, if they realize that the future is decentralized, they have to get a big hammer and start breaking down their infrastructure and start outsourcing basically pieces of infrastructure to decentralized providers in order to prove that they are becoming decentralized. You can't be decentralized having the same, the same entity owning all the compute, right?
Of course.
So if that happens, then things will change. And the problem is, the question is, will ever the big players yield control sufficiently enough so that decentralization is on par with the centralized infrastructure? Because if the answer is yes to this question, this at some day will happen, then I think, in my opinion, maybe I'm a little bit optimistic that we can also answer that Ratio1 will be able to provide an infrastructure that will be maybe close to on par with the big providers, with the big centralized providers.
Yeah, the question was more in parallel if we ever will be able to match big companies from centralized providers. That's a great scenario actually. If at one point in time the people will request more and more decentralization, and what will be the solution for it?
Yeah, exactly.
There are multiple answers to this actually, because we can also have multiple networks. It's not one network, so they could actually not uh, explode their hardware in multiple entities. They could just onboard more layers on top of their existing infrastructure. So they could say, okay, 50% of 20% of our infrastructure goes providing computing power on Ratio1. Other 20% on another network, and so on. So there are multiple scenarios for this, if you ask me. But yeah,
That will be still quasi centralized. If they really want to do that, they will have to yield control towards Ratio1. I'm not talking about control. I'm talking about compute at the lowest level. So Ratio1 offers the whole cloud infrastructure layer as we do right now based on our VPS and bare metal network, and they only provide the networking cable, the power cable, and the actual hardware on which Ratio1 runs, right?
yeah.
So they will have to yield the whole stack that they've been investing billions in the past 20 years, more than 20 years.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah, so that would be a big conundrum for them. So
we'll be here with the perfect layer of
yeah.
decentralization. So
Yeah, we definitely. I also wanted to sort of throw a scenario. I'm decreasing the size tremendously here. Let's say Petrica has the top of cutting edge computer, the best computer with the best processing, the best, and Vitalii, you have 100 laptops that are average to lower range. Which would be and of course, all your 100 laptops would be completely trusted. You never close them. You always keep them charged. Everything's fine. Which would be, or how would each be perceived by the network? How would each of them be offer their value to the network?
I think I understand the question.
Yeah.
I have an additional clarification for you, Mihai. Will Petrica's system run in a certified data center, like which specialized HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, with specialized physical security and so on? Or will it run in his own bedroom, whatever?
For the sake,
very important question.
Yeah, for the sake of this example, I'm actually going to go with the idea that he put all the effort into one unit, and he put all the cooling, all the money.
I understand, but no. The question is where that unit resides. Is that unit in? Did he is placing that unit in his bedroom at home, or is he placing placing this unit in a certified data center where you have physical security, you have heating, ventilation, air conditioning, you have special access, and so on?
Okay, I would love to hear both actually, but we will have to do so in 1 minute each. Can you please? Because we don't want to need time for the question at the end. I know we're all.
If he puts the computer in his bedroom, then there wouldn't be much of a difference between him and Vitalii. If he puts his supercomputer in a data center, the Ratio1 network will automatically recognize the fact that that supercomputer runs in a certified data center, and all the things, all the resources that he provides to the network will be tagged accordingly. Thus, more business and more jobs can go to Petrica than to Vitalii.
Okay.
Because to be honest, there are more tiny bits of jobs than actually heavy juiced big chunks of a job in the protocol. So of course, if there will be high paid job, for example, that is super intensive in hardware, the smaller computers wouldn't actually be able to take the job. Just Vitali's super performant computer. But if there will be a lot of small jobs, of course,
they would split to his 100 computers.
yes,
automatically.
because it's also based on the last time computer got a job. So, if, for example, if the huge hardware took a job, then there is in the queue there are other nodes that will get jobs too. So
This is
yeah,
very important.
depends.
This is very
Yeah.
important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also important that if you have 100 computers, you will have to buy 100 licenses, and I highly appreciate that.
That would be yeah, a little bit to keep track of. I mean, keeping track of all those.
Not tracking,
but like
it would be costly. I mean,
yeah.
having depends on the tier we are in. Having
Yeah, but I think when that happens and when with this level of traction happens, Petrica, it all depends of the tire. The small tires, we at this moment as it is, we have how many months return on investment for the licenses?
it's pretty fast. Let me check the calculator.
By the way, we have a calculator that does exactly this.
Yes.
It's called calculator.
Yeah. So
check it out on our site.
Right now, without any proof of AI, at this
just
current,
mining.
Yeah, 29 months you get your value
29
back.
months, but 29 months it's
40 almost 42 APR on your investment.
Yeah, that's extremely low. I mean, that's and this is due to the lower price range that we are floating right now.
Yeah. But just getting some proof of AI changes the paradigm a lot. I mean, just having I don't know,
like having the time.
Yeah.
All right, I will be moving on with the question now because we are running short on time. I'm going to read it and then let you all chip in.
Go ahead.
So the question goes like this. How Ratio1 will handle platform downtime if AWS is down?
That's a great question. Are you sure you didn't invent this question just to give us a easy question? No. I'm joking. No, actually, this is one of our most important assets. So if something happens with Amazon, let's not use the word Amazon. It's not fair and it's not correct. We are not.
It could have happened on any centralized provider.
If something happened with a centralized data center, everything goes down, right?
Yeah.
Due to the fact that we are using exaggerated horizontal scaling, if something happens with a job that you deployed in Romania, for example, let's say it arbitrarily goes to Romania or to Germany, not to Romania, to Germany. We have a lot of providers for Germany.
Sure.
And if something happened with that node, or even a range of nodes from Germany, nodes from Lithuania, from UK, from Canada, from the United States, from France, from Singapore will take over in a matter of seconds the job that it's going on, the job that it's been done there. So at maximum, you will have something like a few seconds of downtime, but nothing more than that. And if you have, and by design, the system was designed so that you have exaggerated horizontal scaling. If the system is already running with multiple sites, like in Germany, in France, and Lithuania, or UK, whatever, and Germany, whole Germany goes down, goes blind, right? Then all the other sites will automatically take over all the load. So you don't have not even 1 millisecond of downtime. That's the whole idea of decentralization. This is the real power of our system.
Never interrupting a job just because certain locations go offline. Always having enough power in various places to chip in and to continue the work. The main focus is continuing the job and taking it to the end.
And the more node operators from the more locations we can get, the safer and the more decentralized the whole ecosystem will be. Right now, I think we can actually be kind of proud of the fact that we have 19 countries, 19 locations for our nodes. So that's pretty impressive considering that it's been like just few months since we launched and we already have this kind of distribution, especially in Europe. A lot of nodes are in Europe.
A stealth launch, don't forget that.
In a stealth launch, nothing pushed with aggressive marketing. Everything is taken step by step based on all the development, all the partnerships, all
organic and all that.
Definitely, yeah. And I think it's great to see that many countries providing computing power.
And I'm pretty sure that in time more will join, more will participate, and we will branch out. I absolutely love the fact that we have a little map actually showcasing that on our site. But this is going to be where I have to wrap things up. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating. This was absolutely fun. See you all next time. Take care, everyone. Goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.